advice when thinking of a startup is to think of a bigger picture first of what you want society to be like in 20 years or 10 years, and how does your thing fit into that bigger picture? Like when autonomous cars come, when computers get a lot cheaper, because in 10 years they're going to be a lot cheaper and much more powerful than they are today. And I think that's what Elon Musk did. He one of his first investors was Steve Jurvetson, who is a semiconductor guy. I saw him talk with the CTO of HP about semiconductor. He understood the computer at a very fundamental level, and he also understands how in 10 years how many transistors are going to be on a chip, right? And once you understand that the technology at that fundamental level from first principles, then you can start painting a picture for what society would be like when it has that computer in 10 years. Then you can go back to your company and start going, okay, I can only do this today, but here's how I'm going to grow my little company to be part of this bigger picture society. That gives you good stories to talk with about it to investors, right? Because you can then paint a picture at dinner or in a meeting about how your little company is going to change toilets in this bigger future, right? I just interviewed a company that's putting a camera on toilets, right?
Drone science.
Woo! Yeah, that's a crazy startup idea, but it makes sense in a world that is coming to us, in the next 10 years, because we're going to have computers that are very small, very powerful, and AI that is very cheap and ubiquitous, right? You start painting a picture for people, it's like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll understand that. So start thinking about a world, I call it the Holy Trinity. The world of robots, holodecks, 3D environments around you. Like this car is building a holodeck around it, right? This is a holodeck that you're looking at. It's an AI-driven 3D environment, right? That's built in real time around the car. And now the car is driving through the holodeck. It's actually not driving on the road.
You're right.
You're right? And so you start thinking, oh, well, holodecks are going to be on everything and in everywhere. We're going to soon have virtual beings in our car. We're going to soon have the things that we talk to on our screen. So, and you might say, well, that's for rich people in America, but that's coming to India as well, right? So you start thinking of, oh, that world. The Holy Trinity is holodecks, brain-computer interfaces. I've started seeing Mark Zuckerberg has an armband coming out this year that you just twitch your finger and it lets you control the user interface in a holodeck of the future, right? And robots. I have a robot. I'm sitting in a robot, right? A robot is driving me right now, right? So think of a world where there's a lot more robots in 10 years, and maybe you start a company to make a robot, right? Because you see this world coming at you, and you want to have a cooking robot or a clothes washing robot or whatever, right? But then start thinking about how it fits into that world where there's a lot more robots, and start studying the competitive landscape and understand who's building holodecks, who's building robots. That's your competitive slide, right? You need to do a slide for your investors that says competitors, right? Well, that's the competitive analysis. My friend Braden, who's building a really mind-blowing futuristic AI, goes even further. He analyzes the thinking of the founders who are starting the startups that are competing with them, right? To predict what they're actually going to build even before they build it, because he understands their thinking process, right? So this is, how we do it in Silicon Valley now. It's like, oh, we can use AI to do market research, competitive slides, build your slide deck, right? And you can just keep working with it over time as you change your strategy or whatever. It's a new world, but you got to think bigger. Think what is the society you want India to be or the world to be in 10, 15, 20 years? That's what Elon Musk did 15 years ago, and that's why he has a robot on sitting in, right? Very few people think like that. And the more you can think like that, the better your startup will do in this next world that's coming.
Thank you. I don't know about you, but I got a lot of ideas. So
Yeah.
thank you.